Welcome back to Bleach, anime review episode number 23. This one is basically discussing the 12th episode of Thousand Year Blood War and also the 278th episode series. Everything But the Rain, June Truth. Yes, that is the name of this episode. It's basically part 2, what we started off last time. Yes, where that this episode pretty much in the way covers like pages 11 to 17 of 533, chapters 534, 35, 535, 536, and the first 14 pages of chapter 537. This start with Ishin, where he's basically going to report to the captain, the captain and commander. And like, oh yeah, everything's all there, nice and fun. Like, anything else to report? Like, nope. And then we cut to basically, well, of all things, like, we see, what's her name? It's Ichigo's mother, Makasi. Yes. Where she's basically walking home with friends, and like, oh, this guy Rishi is the guy you live with. Do you have anything with him? Like, nope, they're just cousins. And then, of course, basically, she passes by, he bumps somebody by accident, like, okay, that's fine. And so the person who runs into is Urahara. Yes, apparently he's there. Well, he actually has a plot device in the episode. There's a reason for his being there. And of course, something weird's going on with her. And then she gets back home. And of course, they got a line out here where she calls her, because basically that, here's the thing. She doesn't call her auntie like aunt like she did in the last episode. Here, she just doesn't say anything at all. And then she, of course, basically, Rishin's mother is basically just chastising her for apparently saving a Soiper. And of course, Rishin's like, how the heck did she find out? Like, basically, his maid told her. And it's hint the maid may have more, basically, what's going on here. Of course, he talks to the maid. Of course, she had to because that wound cannot be healed without Quishin, with the Quincy mat, with the Quincy spiritual pressure. So then she collapses, and of course, Rishin just basically just picks her up, runs out the door, and meanwhile, though, in the Soul Society, we see Ishin where he just relaxing in his like in front of his barracks, and he decides to go to the land of living. Just be curious about her. Here's the thing: in the manga, this is actually one of two cuts made of the episode. We actually have Rangiku make an appearance. Yes, Rangiku makes an appearance here, and the appearance is her basically finding a letter left by him. Her crumpling up, basically like throwing against the wall, and then there's Soshiro, and that's it. I'm like, why would you cut this for? Yes, this is cut for apparently no reason at all. If you're curious, so this only appears like on 2 pages. Your cut is basically a bit of an unnecessary one. So they basically run, and of course chased by Hollow House, chopped half by Ishin, and Urahara is there. Now apparently, here's the thing: Ishin himself, both in the manga and the anime, has no idea who the heck Urahara is because he was exiled from the Soul Society. And of course, he does bring up the events of season 11, the flashback season, which basically establishes the Vizard's backstory. It's about suicide. Basically, people may have died, except that they did not die. They're all pretty much alive. All the Vizards are so pretty much alive. 3 of the 4 Vizards are back being Soul Reaper captains. So I'm not really sure what the heck basically that they were alluding to with this. So Urahara is there with Ishin and what's his name? And Ishida, where they basically go to Urahara's shop, and basically that he confirms the whole thing with the holification, which apparently he's researching now at this point for 100 years. Though I appreciate though that the studio pair up actually show a flashback that particular season, which it's been a while since I've seen it. If you haven't watched the season in a long time, here's a good flashback to it. And basically a good promotion material for season 11, which if you think about it, both for Bleach and for Naruto, their 11th Naruto Shippuden anyways, Their 11 seasons are noteworthy of being really short. Yeah, like the shortest season of the whole entire series. Like, it is that short. I think it's like, if I remember correctly, I think that season 11 is like roughly like a dozen episodes. And of course, a flashback just like the one with season 11 for Naruto Shippuden, which focuses on Kakashi. Yep, it's pretty much the same type of deal with that one. Though, in the case this one actually is canon, the Kakashi one is basically a complete anime original, but just basically there. But it's a good anime original story. I don't know if it's canon or not. It's implied. I mean, I think it's mostly anime original, but it's good stuff here. But that's something else altogether. Meanwhile, though, basically, so they kind of give us the reason why Ishin basically is the way he is in modern day, where, like, oh, look, he's got a Warriors pack. They basically explain of, well, here's what happens. So the only way to basically allow her to live is Ishin to be by her side. Ishin has no problem with this at all. Excuse me. Probably because he's implied he has a thing for her. So, he, of course, gets to a Gigai body, effectively claims his powers. Though he claims, oh, he was exited on the side, and he, of course, they start kind of seeing each other over the course of a period of about a couple years. He starts his own clinic. They sort of medical skills picked up when he was in Soul Society. And, of course, he goes to college, kept teasing him. And eventually he says, oh, yeah, you came later. And, like, okay. By the way, he's in a very special Gigai body where he's, like, trapped there. And how he got sort of repowers back, it's kind of weirdly explained here. Like, they show a flashback from early on in the series where you have Ichigo's mom being killed by the Grand Fisher. But if you're thinking, wait, she's a Quincy. How the heck how in the world you kill this particular person quickly? Well, it is explained that Yao Reach, the king of the king of the Quincy's, took away her. By the way, right before I continue here, you see kind of how Ururu basically was created. Well, kind of in the ways how his parents got together, where basically Kide, the maid, decides to be with Isuka, which these two basically would get married and have Ururu. Then she died off screen. Yep, she died. They mentioned she died, and Mitsuki just got her power taken away because, well, they do mention apparently he was sealed for 900 years. He gets his mind back after 90 and gets his strength back after like 9 years. So basically, he took away her power and Kida's power because he found these to be impure. So that's the reason why Grand Fisher killed. That's the reason why the Grand Fisher would easily kill her. Now it has been established for a long time that it was Sosuke Aizen who sent the Grand Fisher to kill Ichigo's mother. But this establishes of how in the world basically she was able. It's a bit of let's say it's an additional thing here, because at the start of no one had any idea that Ichigo was basically his mother was a Quincy. No one had any idea about that. They describe his late mother as sort of like an actress, and the fact that, well, their father basically just loved his wife so much, and so they explain it in a post-credit scene, believe it or not. And then, of course, Ichigo just steps outside with his father, and of course there is his boss, Utka, who basically gives him his Sorber badge, which he left behind in her shop last episode. And he's like, well, gotta go. And that's the episode. Love this episode. And we only have officially one more episode left to go before I officially wrap up this core for this particular season. Yep. For the first core of Thousand Blood War. And with the very next episode, we will have, well, when I finish that one, there will be, when it gets released anyways, there will be exactly 143 chapters to be adapted for this particular arc. Yep, 143, because the arc officially wraps up, in case you're curious, with chapter 684. That's how much the gist of it. Yep. But yeah, that's a particular view. Now, one anime I will not be discussing tomorrow due to the fact they still have not uploaded it for some reason. Like, it looked like it did, but nope, it was not the correct one. They, for some reason, they upload the dub for this one. The sub. I'm not really sure why. It's weird and it's not completely working properly. So that's the way this was probably focusing on me. So tomorrow. Now, the order of shows basically tomorrow will be this. I'm going to Cry Cap Up Super Sentai tomorrow. I'll do a review of that in Black Clover. And immediately after Black Clover, I'm going to go, if it's there, the final episode of Uzi Show. I'm going to try to get that one first. Then I think I'll probably do both My Hero Academia. Well, actually, first be, My Hero Academia, One Piece, and the Izurancher Girls Dungeon. And then pretty much right after that, there just will not be that many shows left. I mean, Sunday's got like roughly 5 anime to worry about. Yeah, roughly 5. So, there's that. I'm going to try to get stuff done as quickly as possible. Yeah, so I'm hoping everything done tomorrow. If not, it's going to be done in the next couple of days. Well, one show I don't have to worry about this coming week will be Chainsaw Man, because that one's done. Officially all done. Yep. So, see you all tomorrow, my videos. Okay, bye.